Hi guys, here I am again with another video, and today's video I'm going to talk about veganism for people that are not interested in this topic. You don't have to listen to me, it's fine. I just talk about whatever I want to talk about. This is my channel. So, stick around or don't. Also, don't mind my redness. I was outside in the sun. Come on, it's Germany. It's finally sunny. I really want to enjoy the sun, so I'm just gonna do it. And I know I'm pale, and I know that I get red very easily. I don't care. Also, as you can see, I'm preparing to go for a run or workout. I'm actually gonna go for a run because I like running. And yeah, that's why I don't really care how I look like, and I hope you don't really care that much as well. And then that's not the reason why you are following me or listening to me, but yeah, let's see. Okay, so how I became vegan, I do have to say that it was mostly for ethical, moral reasons. Not many of you can identify with this, and that's, I guess, totally fine. These were my reasons, and then later on I also thought of my health as well. So what happened? When I was younger, well, first of all, I was never such a big meat eater. As you can see, I'm not really thick, muscular. I was never like that. I was always thin. I just never really liked meat. I never really liked milk, yogurt, anything that was dairy, even cheese. I hated cheese. So there was just something repulsive about it. I don't really know what my body was trying to tell me, but maybe this is one of the reasons why I'm not that, big. So the only time that I could actually eat meat was when I didn't see what it was. So I really didn't want to see that it was a fish. I didn't really want to see that it was like a pig, like pork meat, or like that it was like the whole chicken or turkey. I just felt so repulsive because I felt so connected to animals that I was like, they're animals. I love animals. I like petting them. I like being around them, and I don't want to eat them. I told this to my mom. My mom got very upset, and she was like, I will slap the shit out of you if you stop eating meat. I was like, fine, whatever. When you're younger, you also think, I didn't really know what vegetarianism was, and I was just like, I thought it was not sustainable. I thought you couldn't survive without meat. Yeah, so it was never an option in my head. Growing up in Serbia, not eating meat was never an option, so it just was never on my mind, honestly, until I moved away. What happened? I went to Austria, I went for my MA studies, and people that have been following my channel, they already know my path, where I've studied and whatever, so I'm repeating myself, but I guess that's fine. I basically went to Austria with a limited budget, and soon enough I realized that if I want to eat meat, I'm gonna have to pay a lot of money if I want a good quality meat. So I really didn't want to eat sausages. Previously in Serbia I had some health issues, and I had to change my diet in the sense that I just ate not that much processed meat. So something that I could see that was, I don't know, prosciutto or whatever, something that was not really mixed, sausages, hot dogs, anything like that was just out of the question. I really wanted to make sure that I'm eating proper healthy food. So yeah, I went over there and I basically was left with salami and wurst, which is sausage, and I was like, I'm not having this. There were several occasions where I just felt sick to my stomach, and I was like, this is not sustainable, and I just doesn't really benefit me at all. I have to change my diet somehow. So what I would do is I would eat white meat, and I will just cook it with rice or whatever, and I would just put a bit of it in my food. Okay, I had some issues with my mic. I hope this is working. If not, then we're just gonna continue, and I'm not gonna stop. I don't want to be bothered with this kind of thing. I just want to talk. Yeah, so basically I would use white meat just a bit, and I would eat that, and in terms of sandwiches, I guess, I don't even know what I would eat, margarine with marmalade or something like that, and I started eating oats as well, and yeah, and basically stuff like that. I don't really even know what I ate, but meat was just a very rare thing in my life. So one day I started having problems with my pimples, which was it's a condition that I have called rosacea, and it got worse. That's why I'm red, right? It got worse when I just didn't pay attention to my food, and then I decided at least the one thing that I can do is make sure that I'm eating healthy, nutritious foods, and that's when I realized, hey, I should change my diet, and I realized, wait, but I don't really eat meat that much, so let's try this vegetarianism. And it felt a bit scary, honestly. I wasn't really happy to do it, but I'm like, if I'm gonna do that, I really want to make sure that I'm doing it right. I really have to learn about my body. I really have to learn what I need, what my body needs, what my body consists of, where I can get all the vitamins and like carbs and proteins and whatever. And that's what I started doing basically. So as soon as it was like a one-day thing, it was like, I'm gonna switch to vegetarianism. I started reading a bit. I started reading books actually. And I'm not an expert, like I'm never gonna say I'm an expert in nutrition. I'm gonna leave this for other people, but I definitely think that we should educate ourselves. And sadly, I don't have that much time to do it, but I'm trying to be aware of certain things, at least to like eat very varied, colorful food, so that I know, you know, colors can also point it out to you that, you know, the more colors you use, that the different nutrients you get. I started doing that, started being vegetarian, and I just started incorporating way more veggies in my diet, which I would never do. I would eat chips, honestly. I was thin, but I would eat chips, chocolate, whatever. My cravings, like sugar cravings, really decreased, which I was like, I never thought this would be an option because I was such a sugar addict. So when I was eating clean, my body was like, hey, I don't need that shit, you know, I really want some healthy food. Also, I switched from like sodas to water. It was like, wait, I'm actually not thirsty anymore, you know, like I'm actually, this is the best thing ever. So basically I embarked on that journey, and there were some people that supported me, usually like some of my friends, and then my parents really hated it. I still have so many fights with them, like we constantly fight about eating. And yeah, that was such a big deal for my culture, honestly. They're like, no, you have to eat meat, this is not okay, what are you doing? So I wanted to be healthy in order not to freak them out. I decided to every year, every 6 months, do a blood test, and that's what I'm doing. And so far so good, no issues, nothing whatsoever. That's also to make me feel, you know, calm, and for them to see like, hey, this diet is not that bad. Actually, I have even more nutrients than before, so doing good. However, during this whole time, I would sometimes hear about veganism. And I just thought that was extreme. No way am I ever going to do that. It's just like, you know, unnecessary. Why do you want to differentiate yourself? Why do you want to stand out so much? Seemed like something personal, like something more like showing yourself off and your values rather than, you know, doing it for a certain cause. So it's like, no way, I'm not going to do that. And then I just read about it even more and more, and watched videos and watched, you know, what happens in slaughterhouses, and I was just like, it just made sense. Honestly, it was like, morally, I was so in touch with my ethics that I'm like, now that I know about all these things, I cannot unknow them. I knew it that like at a certain point, I'm gonna become vegetarian. I'm gonna become vegan, because it just is everything that I morally support. And I was freaked out, honestly. Like, no one around me was vegetarian. Like, God, vegan, no. Like, I didn't even know that there was a concept of veganism, you know, at that point. So after 1 year of being vegetarian, I switched to veganism. I've been vegan for 3 years already. And the one thing that you get out of all of this, obviously a peace of mind, but the one thing that you get is that you learn a bit more about your body. You learn a bit more about what you eat, what your body needs, where you're making some mistakes. You learn how to cook new meals. You learn what your body likes, what it doesn't like. You switch it up. You learn actually how to listen to your body. You learn how to argue with other people as well. Not argue necessarily like fight, but argue like to support your arguments actually. That pushes you to be a bit more knowledgeable about what you're saying, and not just like, well, you know, so many people have eaten like this so far, everyone's fine, so why are you different, why are you changing it? So, you know, to move a bit away from that point of view. I do have to say that I don't know everything, and I am constantly learning. That's why I need your input. I need to see what you think, where you were doing wrong on your journey. Even if you're not a vegan, I am like open for listening. Like if you don't listen to the other side, then what are you doing? You know, you have to listen and to understand when the other person is coming from. You have to be able to support your arguments well. If you have good stable arguments. If you don't, then that's a big question mark as to what you're saying, so you're not really sure about what you're saying. So yeah, I've been vegan for 3 years already, and plus 1 year vegetarian, so 4 years altogether. I feel good. I'm actually, feel happier and like stronger. Well, I'm not gonna say stronger, but like I'm in a better shape than I was 5 years ago. I'm more in sync with my body. I'm aware of it. I'm aware that I'm, getting old, and that, I don't think I'm that old, but I'm getting old, so I have to nourish it. I do want to live and have a long life. So yeah, aside from social negative points of view where I'm always the odd one out, I'm always the inconvenience for everyone, then veganism haven't given me anything bad, honestly. It's actually made me more connected to my body than I was before, and more aware. So I'm definitely thankful for that. Do let me know if you're interested in like certain aspects of veganism, like what I went through, which kind of diets I had. So I had some, I never had an extreme vegan diet. I was always somewhere in between, but I did try some stuff that I was like, this doesn't work for me, so on and so forth. Maybe if you're interested in certain problems that I had, benefits that I had, if you're interested in how I dealt with my surroundings, my parents, that was one of the questions. I definitely am going to address it in another video. Yeah, so anything you have to ask, any experience would be a good starting point for me to see what I can talk about, and please share your experience as well. And I'm really looking to hearing reading your comments, and yeah. Okay. And now I'm ready to go to work. Actually, I'm ready to go to work out or go running and, stay fit, stay motivated, stay healthy, and we're gonna see each other in another video. Bye.